Hi guys, I have here the Kingdom Warfare Cybertron Ultra Magnus. This is a $50 like leader class, I think. They're huge. In terms of scales, so these little guys are like $10. As you can see, he is very tiny compared to Ultra Magnus. These guys are $20. They're like deluxe classes, and then this guy is like Ultra Magnus is basically like a leader class, which is just much larger. This one even larger than this, called I think Galaxy class or something. It's some ridiculous naming scheme, but it's much bigger. But yeah, $50 is not cheap. With all the Kingdom stuff, they give you trading cards. I've been getting the same one. And if you peel it, it reveals another card. And like I said, I've been getting the same cards each time, so I think it depends on your location. Alright, here's Ultra Magnus out of his box. He's pretty big, mostly because of the trailer parts have kind of add on top of him, so he looks much bigger than he should be. Ultra Magnus is basically just a repaint of Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is red, Ultra Magnus is white, Nemesis Prime is black. So if you keep that color scheme, you take this off, you can see the Optimus Prime body on a white car. Let me take off his head. Well, maybe I should like do the full transformation. With these things, I like to kind of figure out how to transform them. So here is Optimus Prime's head. There you go. So as you can see, it's basically Optimus Prime painted in white. But I love the Ultra Magnus. I just love the fact that his trailer becomes part of the figure, so it can add armor. And then basically you're getting two robots. You get the kind of like the Ultra Magnus Mini and then an Ultra Magnus Max or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to transform him. Here's Ultra Magnus without all the armor. As you can see, like I said, it's just an Optimus Prime figure. If you look at his cannon gun here, it is massive, and it's because it's to scale to when he puts on the armor, where he is made to look much bigger than this smaller interior body. And he also kind of looks just fatter because of this part here. It doesn't really, it just looks like he has a big like belly or something, or like kind of like much more meaty. I think transforming him will be very similar to, oh my god, look at this horrible back section here. Transforming him will be pretty similar to Optimus Prime. I think they've changed a few things just because of the way they designed this. So this might actually not be one-to-one Optimus Prime. There's some changes, like for example, this whole section here is very different from my Optimus Prime, Kingdom Optimus Prime, and this whole thing here too. Alright, we'll get him into car mode. Okay, transforming him was actually kind of hard. I actually had to look up the instructions because there was stuff that I couldn't figure out how to get this front part to move forward. This whole contraption back here is hiding a lot of stuff, but basically they don't really connect. I mean, they connect some tabs and stuff, but they don't really connect on the bottom. So if you want to have a car, this is a car carrier, you need a tiny little car to sit in here. And then you can, oh, you can't really close it because of the clearance. I suppose. Yeah, this is not going to work out. Yeah, you can't even have a tiny little car inside. Maybe you can back here. But basically, the car carrier can carry cars on the top here. So we have this guy. Let's move it up here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to fall off. This really wasn't designed to have other cars. Here's Jazz. I don't know. It's a little too big. You can probably fit two cars. Yeah, no, not really. 1.5 cars. So yeah, this one just falls under. It's because this design here is just a little gap on the bottom. I suppose you can have the long car here and then the small car on the top there. Fit in anything inside of here is just not going to be possible. Again, here's the what you have to work with inside. I would have loved it to have some kind of, get rid of this and get some kind of clearance to get maybe a flat board on the bottom so that you can fit another car inside of here. But you know, I mean, Hasbro, they're just trying to save money. This is basically the from another Siege you know, mode. They just basically redid it for Kingdom. Not too crazy about the hands. You can see his hands here. See, this is fists here. And then it just, this part here looks kind of horrible. But generally it does look like a truck. So, or a car carrier truck. But I mean, it's cool. I shouldn't really complain that much. I think $50, the asking price is a little high. I'm going to compare him to my favorite Ultra Magnus from 2003, so I'll be back. So this is a Robot in Disguise version of Ultra Magnus, much bigger than the Kingdom version. As you can see from the car carrier section here, you can fit 3 full cars, deluxe size cars, on the car carrier part. So yeah, I can take this car and put it here and it fits in nicely. And the best part is the this part here. We'll take him out and we can drive in another car to fit inside. So you can carry a total of 3 cars. And you know, and this was designed from many years ago. We have, well, minus this gun here, we can have this. There you go. And then you can close the thing. So yeah, and this whole contraption, this trailer part, becomes the armor to Ultra Magnus. So much better design, and it is like from a different world, from a different era of design where they wanted to make realistic cars, and it makes sense. This whole thing makes sense to me. See this pattern here? This contraption here does not make any sense to me, and this kind of, it's because they carry the design from you know, Kingdom War for Cybertron, so everything's like damaged and overly complicated. I mean, it looks like crazy designs and tiny little details that really you don't really need it. Keep it simple. I mean, I don't know. The old design, this one, so much amazing, so much better, and it functions much better than you know, what we had. And the price point was about the same. I think I paid actually $75 for this Ultra Magnus, but again, you look at the size, it is much, well, maybe it's about the same size. It's bigger though. So you can, in fact, actually, you can. Oh, the old Ultra Magnus can carry the new Ultra Magnus as a car carrier. Look at that. Look at that. So it is much bigger. I think, like I said, I did pay $75 for this guy, so that was expensive back then. And Ultra Magnus Kingdom is $50. That's still expensive for a kid's price point. But for collector, $50 is good enough, I guess. But again, not crazy about all these little holes and gaps. And these are just pegs on, basically. They're just pegs. I'm not crazy about the peg system because I feel it's going to break the plastic. Because if you push it in, pull it out, it's going to break the plastic. Yeah, like I said, I much prefer the old design. This is Robot in Disguise Error. Man, I love that line. That's probably my favorite line. Well, alternators, but we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. Thanks.